Hello, YouTube audience. This is your cameraman, Daniel Drepsky, for this another opening and closing VHS tape. If you enjoy the first volume of the Walt Disney's cartoon classic of the Limited Gold Edition with Mickey Mouse, we have another one we have in store for you. The seventh and final volume in this first collection in 1984. It is entitled Disney's Best The Fabulous 50s from the Cartoon Classics Limited Gold Edition collection. And these cartoon shorts were from the 1950s. Included an Academy Award-winning short called A Toot, a Whistle, a Plunk in the Boom. Features like 4 good cartoon shorts nominated for Academy Award. Features like Lambert the Sheepless Lion, nominated cartoon short subject 1951. And I have Lambert the Sheepless Lion on the VHS tape of the Willie the Operatic Whale. We'll show you that next time. Then we got Pigs is Pigs, nominated cartoon short subject of 1954, and here's the best one: A Toot, a Whistle, a Plunk in the Boom. Winner cartoon short subject 1953, and they show the footage of this all the time in all the Disney sing-along songs VHS tapes. And finally, we got Noah's Ark, a nominated cartoon short subject of 1959. And that was not exactly a cartoon, it's just a puppet version of it. And on the beginning of this tape, they still have All Started by the Mouse, with footages of some past Disney cartoon shorts and animated features. That includes from Steamboat Willie, Flowers and Trees, then Mickey and Minnie in the nifty 90s. Then it's like from Peter Pan from 1953, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs 1937, and Cinderella 1950, and many more. These footages with some Walt's animated features or cartoon shorts were taken from the 1981 featurette entitled Once Upon a Mouse. And I think I showed you that right on the Disney, the Limited Gold Edition of the Mickey Mouse cartoons. Here's what we have on this tape. If I see anything, yep. And before we show you the tape, I have to show you what's in there. The proofs of purchase of the, it says, "Welcome to the magical world of Walt Disney Home Video." This is when you have to do the Pulse's paid card and drop it in the mail. It's like a simple proofs of purchase back in 1984. Here's what the tape looks like. Yep, this is an ex-rental. I got this on VHS in the thrift store in Jamaica, along with the other Disney tapes back in 2012. This tape was printed on June 29th, 1984, a month before I was born. And this is on the same day of Nelson Eddy's birthday. If he was alive in 1984, Nelson Eddy could be about 83 years old. Or 81 for Jeanette MacDonald if she's still alive. Okay, so without further ado, here's the opening and closing of this Disney VHS tape of the Gold Edition Volume 7 of the Disney Best Fabulous 1950s. Enjoy the show.
And that's where we begin our Disney story, with the first original Mickey Mouse. Mickey's story really begins in 1925 in this tiny garage in Hollywood where Walt Disney created Mickey's ancestors, the nameless little mice that first appeared in his Alice cartoons. In this old film, a very young Walt Disney greets little Alice, who says, "I would like to watch you draw some funnies." Walt invites her to see his latest cartoon, which features, surprisingly enough, a room full of animated mice. 3 years later, Walt is desperately trying to come up with a new cartoon character. Here's Walt's own story of how it happened.
I was in New York at the time. I'd been producing a series of pictures for a company there. They were about a rabbit called Oswald. But I lost that. They took it away from me, so I was all alone, had nothing. And Mrs. Disney and I were coming back from New York on the train, and I had to have something. I said, by the time we get to Hollywood, I must have something to, I can't tell them I'd lost Oswald. So I had this mouse in the back of my head, because a mouse is a sort of a sympathetic character, in spite of the fact that everybody's frightened of a mouse, including myself.
So Mickey Mouse was born. But he was not an overnight success. Then in 1928, the introduction of sound changed everything. Now Mickey could have a full orchestra behind him when he made the first synchronized sound cartoon, Steamboat Willie. The recording musicians followed this crude beat pattern projected on the studio wall. Well, Steamboat Willie was a sensation. Mickey and his boss became front-page news. Mickey Mouse speaks. The whole world applauded when Mickey finally decided to say a few well-chosen words. Mickey Mouse had now arrived. His great moment came in 1932, when all of Hollywood turned out to present Mickey with his first Academy Award. Here's Mickey and Minnie now, followed by Pluto, Horace Horsecollar, and Clarabelle Cow. What a thrill for a little mouse to be congratulated by the biggest stars in Hollywood. Mickey was only 4 years old, the youngest star ever to receive an Oscar. His youthful bosses, Walt and his brother Roy, pose with their new protege. That garage where Mickey got his big break into show business is a long way from the Disney studio of today.
I only hope that we never lose sight of one thing, that it was all started by a mouse.
Once upon a time, a springtime, as a matter of fact, a nighttime, a certain flock of sheep had a visit from old Mr. Stork.
Rough trip.
Well, here we pardon me. I mean, here we are now. Please don't crowd each other. Pick out the ewe that you like best, and she will be your mother.